this is Victor. I'm here with a new video, and this time I want to share with you my full collection, the painted and unpainted miniatures. I will start with the painted ones, maybe the most interesting. I will go cabinet by cabinet, then box by box, and take be patient because this can be quite a long video. So we start with this first cabinet, or yeah, this glass cabinet, where I have on the first shelf all my Dogs of War. See, they're quite compacted there, but here you can see all my Dogs of War army. If we go to the second stage, I have like a miscellaneous things. I have some yeah, D&D and or Reaper miniatures there. I have these two big miniatures from the Stormcast Eternals. I have even some. These are here. There is some miniatures from the Morhaime plastic miniatures, the ones that were coming in the. And then we have here, yeah, the full collection of the Blades of Khorne. Here we have, yeah, you can see in there we have the Vermin lore, and here we have the rest of this cabin. So a full, yeah, it's really compact. I cannot put more cabin on this shelf. Here we have the rest of the Stormcast Eternals that I have painted. Okay, so this is my painted collection of the Stormcast Eternals, this together with the Stardrake and the Celestian Prime. And then here at the bottom we have the all Screaming Bell. I have some Necromunda there, some War Master that is painted, and then I have some Battletech. These are Warzone miniatures from Mutant Chronicles, and then Orcs from 2nd and 3rd edition. Okay, this is in reality these two tracks were from Warhammer, and then these are the two first miniatures I ever painted. So the Chaos Warrior and this Space Marine from 2nd edition. So this is the first of the cabinets. Okay, this is my second glass cabinet, and this is the top of the shelf. So here we have a full painted Fortress of Redemption. As you can see, I have some pieces not glued together, so to facilitate the transport and also the use of it. My Thunderhawk, okay, is here. We have one of the buildings on the and then we have here some barricades that I did. These are mainly for the Bretonnians, right? Because you were putting this in front of the archers. And my painted Orcs of Epic. This on top of the shelf. Here we have the Mega Gargan of the Orcs and some Stompas. So really happy to have this. And now we go to the top stage, right? So here we have my army of Imperial Knights. Okay. Sorry if we cannot. I have seen all of them in my sometime in my. This army won armies on parade for the biggest miniatures, and then we have here all my Space Marines. So let me just go on top of the shelf. So we're going to have some reflections, but I think you can see here. Oh, this is a big glass cabinet. There we have. They are a successive chapter of the Dark Angels, and I decided to paint all of them in this cream armor. Here we have my Renegade Guard. And there is a lot of reflection, so it will do like that. So here you can see I try to make an armored force. You will see that we will see 3 super heavy tanks that are linked. So there are some conversions. I use some. These are Gorka Morka miniatures. Okay, I have some. These are Morhaime miniatures here, and then some regular Forge Wall. So there is a little bit of everything with this very old Sentinel, a metal piece. So I'm really, when I have opportunity to collect something old, I like to put it here in this army. Let me go to the other side. So here you see the other side, where we have these are All-Wing unit of 3. I don't know if it's still legal. Some of the old Rock Raiders. These are the Tayam Rock Raiders are called. Here we have more armored. This is Then if we go to the next floor or the next stage, we have here some Nargal, my Thange bar. Okay, I went for the crazy range with full blast of colors, my Alpha Legion, and then there at the side we have this an invented color scheme. Okay, let me just show some of the old miniatures that I have here, and we also have the new cultist, but this is one of my first characters I ever painted. So this is a Chaos Lord on Terminator armor. So here you can see. Next stage, Magnus, Thench, Ahriman, the old Faith Weaver. We have the two changelings. So here is the new plastic one, and I should have the old one somewhere here, but I cannot see it anymore. Yeah, here it is. This is the old changeling. To be fair, yeah, I understand that they went for the plastic one, a very old Keeper Seconds, no, Lord of Change, and then some old miniatures, metal, what's called this, spawns, the filer, and then if we go to the other side, let me show you. This is the little Belacor. It's also a great miniature, the little Belacor. I'm very happy with the paint job of this guy. Okay, big Mortarion. Here we have, and here we have two of the super heavy tanks, right? So this is the Baneblade here behind Mortarion, and this is the one that you can use. I have here the parts. You can use it as different configurations. Normally use it as a, I need to put this on, you can use it as a Shadow Blade, okay? So here we have Shadow Sword, sorry. The all Keeper of Secrets, the all Bloodthirster, a metal Demon Prince, and here is the all Mephiston that I use it. I use it for a while as the leader for the War Bearers. I really like this miniature, so I wanted to give a use. Here we have the Poxwalkers. Here in this stage we have the Geller Pox guys. Okay, so and then we have the Plague Bearers that I just painted recently, and all my Khorne Force. Okay, here you see the metal Bloodthirster that you can see. I will open from the other side. It's going to be easier. Then you can see this is a very. I really love this miniature. This is the Lord of Chaos, the Khorne Lord on Juggernaut. Okay, I went for this magma plasma, and here we have. This is not fitting anymore on the Alpha Legion, and this is the Forge Fin, and now I want to make a Malor Fin. Then we have some old blood letters and even older Flesh Hounds. Okay, so when this is one of the first miniatures I ever painted. These miniatures were painted more than 20 years ago, about 25 years ago, and I just rebased them into these oval bases because they used to be in cavalry bases. Now we are on the Drakari shelf. A lot of metal and all miniatures you will see here. I have the old Lilith, I usually know as just Succubus. This was a Drakon, we have the Archon, and then we used to have the Darkon. This is the Darkon that now it's not existing anymore. So I use her as the leader of when I have Trueborn. You can see here. I use this fantasy as the same because I wanted to have two of these ladies. I don't remember the name. I think it's the Lamei. Yeah, we have the Lamei, the Medusider, the ghouls. I never remember the name. You can see this one have a miscast there on the shoulder, but okay. And then I have the Slish and a big unit of Hellions. And here we have Dvadzar, I hope they release it again. And I have Advanced on foot here. I just did a conversion to make him walk. Okay. Second shelf with a lot of rivers, venom, a razor, yeah, the flyer, a lot of cavalry warriors. I use here as a beastmaster. I have two beastmasters here. This is a metal one. You can see a lot of old miniatures, and here we have, you can also see an old Talos there. Have the Ravagers and two Riders, more Hellions, and you can see here old, these are the old Scourges and new Scourges, and also more Cavalry Warriors. And at the bottom I have all what I have painted on my Nighthound army. You can see I have some miscellaneous heroes. These are from Warhammer Quest, one of the first editions, and then I have well the ones from Warhammer Quest, I think the one on Hammerhand. Okay, you have here the different heroes painted, and then this is yeah, the acolytes, the Thanch acolytes. But I think I will need to move them to another shelf, because this is part of my Age of Sigmar Chaos forces, and as well Death forces. Okay, you can see in Death I don't have too much. It's just basically the starter set plus a couple of units. Of course, here on top I have some terrain, some MDF terrain that I have to paint for Elder, and this is the plastic tower was released for fantasy, more MDF terrain. And then here we have I think it's called the Hellhammer, this one. So here we have my last, is the one that the last one I painted, and some terrain, and as well the galvanite Zero Howlers, right? So yeah, you can see that I like a lot this one. Okay, some nice terrain there to play the games. And here we have another best painted, so some trophies. Now we go to the Imperium shelf. So you can see some of the resin miniatures, yeah, Ephrael, I don't remember the name of this Inquisitor. So we have here my Inquisition forces together with the Grey Knights, and my only Mechanicum units that are the Dominus and one unit of Skitari. Okay, I really like this one. Imperial Guard together with Sisters of Battle. Okay, it's mainly Katachan with some miniatures that are not even from Games Workshop, and then there is also the Goliath. There are some dressing ladies. I really like this one. This is from Reaper Miniatures. There are some miniatures that I really like here. I put some of the, and then you can see that is a good variation. Then we go to the next one, more Imperial Guard. Sorry for the fraction. Let me see if I can. There's a lot of sun coming from the door. Okay, this is one of my favorite models. Okay, the Saint Catherine. And then we have my Sisters of Battle there. Okay, with the old Celestine. I'm still wondering if I want to buy the new one. They have so many miniatures to paint still. You will see when we go to the unpainted collection. And in this one we start with my Arlequins. There I see the weapon have fall down, but it's there. So this is a Skyweaver, Voidweaver, Starweaver, a lot 6 Skyweavers and 1 Voidweaver, and then we have here Eldred Ulfman, because I bought the box where was Eldred Ulfman with some Harlequins. I have far too many Shadow Seers and Death Jesters. I think I have one more than I can deploy, but okay. Here we have my Bretonnians. Okay, so the King, different. These are all the front. We have the Gwil Knights. These are the very first version of the Gwil Knights. Here, some food. Then we have all the real knights, the Pegasus there, and then on the bottom shelf we have here the questing knights, maybe my favorite unit, one of my favorite units in my army, the Errant Knights, the last unit I paint for this army. More real knights, peasants, and a lot of bowmen there. Okay, you can see more peasants. These are the yeomen and 2 trebuchets. And then in the bottom I have this black dragon. I use it. We have this terror haste. Let me just move the dragon outside. So I was thinking for a moment to do some flesh eater cores, but it's a project that I just stopped. It too many things going on, especially when the gods were released. And then here we have an immolator that is not fitting on the shelf of the sisters, and as well the two what you call this, forget the name of these guys, but these are also from the sisters battle. This is the all metal miniatures. These are really heavy, so as I don't have enough space on my room to have everything on cabinets, I started storing my miniatures on boxes. So I have this moment 8 boxes. One is still empty, and I put them a number. So this is box number 1, and this is mainly Blackstone Fortress miniatures. Okay, I know that this can be as well on the Death Guard shelf together with the Chaos, but I prefer to keep all my Blackstone Fortress miniatures together. So here you can see some of them. Let me go to the next one. So you can see I have all the Blackstone Fortress painted. This is the one with the heroes. I have an empty square there, so I prefer to keep all this box only for the Blackstone Fortress. Here we see the Chaos Lord. Okay. I really enjoyed painting them, and I want to play another game. I need to go back to my series of playing. Here we have all the bad guys from the, mainly these are from the starter set. Okay, the Mega Bolt, the Beastman, the Renegade Guard. I can use also them in my army of Renegade Guard, so this is interesting. Okay, and the Urguls, no I remember the name, and the Dvons here. Okay, so this is my box of Blackstone Fortress. Now we go to box number 2. Here we have a lot of Blue Ball. So I have my Necromantic Horrors that I painted. I'm happy that this guy like that. Okay, I have as well some miniatures from alternative brands. So this is my Necromantic Horrors, and this is mainly for the humans. It's Duke. You can see here. Then we have my human team. Okay. Sorry, I went out of the box. And here we have, this is the halfling I paint for the humans. Okay. Here we have all my human team. Next floor, next stage, we have my very old Blue Ball team. This is my first Blue Ball team ever, and I keep them in my original scheme. So here we have as well the new orcs that I painted. So this is a little bit of a mix here, and this is our metal trophies, and that I don't know how I got them, but I'm very happy to have them. Here we have some plastic, and these are the orcs from the box that was released about 3 or 4 years ago. And then I have also some metal miniatures that I bought from third parties to complement my team. Okay, here I have the rest of the orcs, the old orcs, together with the big guy for the orcs, that is this troll I have 3 walls in total. So this is the very old wall. This is the last wall I painted. Here we have the other wall that is for the orcs. So because this is the one I use for the black orcs, this is the one I use for the normal orcs. And here we start having the goblins. These are the goblins for the black orcs. Okay. You can see them. I have them in my channel in case you want to see better views. This is just to show you one of the referees here. Here we have, this is an old star player, the one with the goblin with the chainsaw, and then here we have the untamed beast. I think Miss Master call, I don't remember. The war one from the Warcry. I really like this guy. Okay, so here you see really nice miniatures. Let's go to the next. This is a big box. Okay, so in this here we have a lot of. This is the. Yeah, here I just keep these ones that are unpainted. They're the nobles. I need to paint them with overworld, also pending to be painted. And here we have the black orcs. Fully painted is the team that my little son is using. Morganthor, the all miniature, the all metal miniature from Games Workshop. More orcs. Another. This is the, and then we have here Baraj. Okay, so they have the. Then we go to the next stage. And here we have the beasts for the. These are the creatures that are from Warcry. Okay, more creators of Warcry. So I paint all the Warcry starter set. Here we have Borak. Okay, this is a metal miniature from Alternative Company, and what you see here are all the tokens from the different teams, and as well this is a ball, so this is why it's here. Okay, this is a ball. It's a snarling ball. So here I have balls and tokens for Blue Ball on different teams. Okay, so you can see here all this. I really like the Furies and the Raptorix are called. And finally we have the rest of the untamed beasts. The Iron Golems. So we have here all the Warcry starter set is painted here. Okay, you can see. So we have the 2 warbands painted, and then we have some Necrons. So these are death marks. We have some Immortals, and I think these are called Predators. Or so these are I think that this was something that I was trying. That is to do a monochromatic color scheme. Also, you can see this on my channel if you are interested. I have a showcase of my Necron Force. It's a very small one, not even big enough for Crusade. I need to paint the one from the Indomitus. Okay, so this is box 2. So now we go to box 3, and here I need to think how to reorganize this, because maybe I put it here, the rest of the Necromunda is out of the boxes. So here we have first the Goliath, and some of my old, this is a very old Asher. So here I have still empty spaces that I can use, and I have, this is the Cryptek, okay, for my Necron army, and I have 3, sorry. Yeah, this guy is not fitting well here. Okay. We have 3 Canoptic Wraiths. Just move this away. And as well I have some very old Aeronautic Imperialis. I'm not into Aeronautic Imperialis anymore, but I keep just my miniatures as I painted them. You can see here some of my old Aeronautic Imperialis. I'm thinking to maybe I have to remove them from here and put the rest of my Necrons, but here you can see Necromunda. I make this box only for Necromunda. So you can see here more Goliath here. At the bottom I have the Asher. Okay, the Asher with the expanded Asher. And then I have my old metal Asher miniatures as well. So box 4 is going to be mainly Warhammer Underworlds. I keep all my Warhammer Underworlds warbands though in boxes. And I also keep, although these I can put them with the Nighthound, I prefer to keep as well them as part of my Warhammer Underworlds collection. Okay, so here you have all my Warhammer Underworlds warbands in boxes. So as we have the Banshees, the Goblins, we have also, these are the, I don't remember, I never remember the name of one of the Secutors, but I don't ever remember the Eye of the Nine, the Caradon Overlords. I try to keep them, the warbands, as close as possible, but sometimes it's not feasible depending on the size they need. Still have some empty spaces where, but I try to keep the warbands more or less with them together. But you can see, for example, this one requires quite a big space, as well as this lady. Okay, so you can see we have all the warbands from Warcry here. These are 3 floors box, or 3 stages box. Of course, there are not all the warbands here. So here we have, I think it's mainly season 1, 2, and some of the 3. Okay, you can see. Okay, I really like some of these. I love them. I love the warbands from Warhammer Underworlds, and I like this type of cells. I need to look more for that ones, because these are sometimes matching better with especially if you have a big base. But you can see to a big box. This is box 5, and it's again more Warhammer Underworlds. Okay, and I have some spaces because there are some warbands that will come. Okay, so you will see still some empty spaces. Most likely I will need to reorganize them, but here you can see there's mainly season 3 and 4, so we have more width. We have here the Idoneth. I keep the fish and this guy together. Really, and then I have as well a Blue Ball team in this box. So this is the big guy for the Chaos Blue Ball team, and you will see that I have the Chaos Chosen Blue Ball team in this box. So next floor, stage, the Blue Ball team, the Chaos Blue Ball team. Okay, and here we have more Warhammer Underworlds and Blue Ball. Okay, yeah. This is one of my favorite warbands as well to paint, and as well on the game is very strong. The big guy should be somewhere else because it's not fitting on these spaces. We go to the next one. This is quite, here you can see the big guy of the Ogre warband. We have here these are from season 3, this wave. This one, I really like the yellow on this one. This is from Direcasm. The Crush Breakers, the big Gorks guys, the Wolf Raiders. Okay, the Moloch. These warbands are tricky to keep sometimes because you need a big combination of big and small compartments at the end. Yeah, you can see here I have big compartments, and some of them, yeah, are too loosey, right? Like so I will put small separators, I think, at the end here to keep them separated, avoid they scratch each other. As you can see here, more warbands. This is one of my favorite warbands as well. So I really enjoy painting Warhammer Underworlds, and if you follow my channel, you have seen that the last years I paint a lot of them. Okay, you can see more Warhammer Underworlds. They start taking a lot of space in my collection, and I'm really happy with them. And the last one, let's see if I can take this out. The last one is not full. I'm leaving a space. So here we have more Stoneguard Eternals. The first fight, the Stoneguard Eternals, they need these big cells. Here we have the last warband. So you have a space to put a couple of warbands more in this box. and will be full. So this is, yeah, this is another box, box 5. Box 6, it's empty, I use to transport the Drakari, so we go to box 7. So box 7, it's almost empty at this moment. I just put here my Gothic fleet, of part of it, except the big ship. So here we have all the scores, the Crusaders, or the Crusaders, Cruisers, sorry, the Cruisers. These are all the different Cruisers types. Then I have more scores there, okay. These small are made of metal. This is the only plastic ones. And then the second floor I don't have, and the second stage almost everything is unpainted, because this is where I keep them here because I don't want to lose the pieces. So this is the Sanguinary Guard, and as I want to paint them in sub-assemblies, I keep them here, so to be sure that I don't lose the sub-assemblies. These are the chosen from the last box of the workshop, and here we have some of the orcs. So I'm planning to put here, I still don't know, I think I'm planning to put here the dungeon ball. So I keep this box empty for what I'm going to paint over the next month. And this is the box 8, and here I keep all my Genestealer cult miniatures. So it's about 26 Genestealers, some Aberrants. This guy, I love this guy. This is one of my favorite miniatures as well. The sniper guy. We have here the ordinances for on Battlefleet Gothic. More of my, yeah, here are the objective markers. So more Genestealer, more Genestealer. And here I have, this is the only thing that is not Genestealer, is the kill team of the, so the Rock Trader kill team. That can also be used in Warhammer 40,000 if you want it. I guess for Crusade can be fun to use it. And here we keep going with more Genestealer cult. Okay, here we have the all hybrids, neophytes, and all the type of miniatures. And at the bottom is still a space to put more things, but I need to think how I will organize this one. This is the one that you have to create your own spaces, so I just put here the big ships of Gothic. Okay, I have the Blackstone Fortress there, and we have here, and then I have here as well the Patriarch, but I have a space to put more things here if I need it. So I just did this yesterday. It's not glued on the bottom yet, so I should separate from the bottom. I don't want to move it because it's not, I just keep it here, and I'm thinking what I'm going to use, what I'm going to put on the rest of the spaces. So then Felder is also creating this type of foams that are designed to fit on the boxes, and so all the silver tower, it's in this box, okay? So starting from this guy, this is the one that is not fitting very well because I put this additional thing on the base, but then I have here, you can see, they have designed this box so you can fit all your miniatures. Here you have all the silver tower miniatures, and I really love these foams, okay? I also bought for Horus Heresy and for Curse City. You can see, so I'm really fan of the Warhammer Quest lineup, because it also gives you opportunities to paint some strange things. So here you have, this is the full box, and here is to put some daisies and things that I did not put here. I keep it in a separate place, okay? And the books, if I'm not wrong, go below. I don't know, I don't remember where I put the books now. But this is the Silver Tower miniatures. So as well I have terrain painted. We'll start with basic terrain. So this is the terrain for Warhammer Kill Team Arena. Okay, so this is all the gates, doors, all of them painted, the pipes, everything painted here. So this is the set. I keep it separated. This is the Kill Team Arena, and this is the Necromunda This is the starter box, the starter set of Necromunda. Remember the first one of all, where you have all these plastic panels and different miscellaneous elements here, all of them painted. Okay. And here I have more boxes, and in these boxes I have mainly terrain. Okay, so I'm first showing all what is painted. Let me put some light here. So the first box I'm opening here, I have all what is the endless spells and some, yeah, this should not fall down, but yeah, hope it have not break anything. Yeah, it break the one of my, but here you can see all the terrain. I have the now holes. Yeah, this I should put it tilt because it's not going to be stable anymore. So here you can see this is the terrain form. So this is mainly endless spells for Age of Sigmar, plus these fulcrums that now this one have not any more utilities, just as a piece of terrain that is unpassable. So the next box, this is the one I have to use now, is where I have all my, well, not all, part of my Warhammer 40,000 terrain. So I have the sector frontiers, a lot of cityfied things, some buildings, okay. It's 40k terrain mainly, the one that cannot fit on the shelf anymore. So here you see, you have to be careful. Sometimes I'm a little bit, my kids just play with this, but you can see this is nice. There are nice pieces of terrain here, so try to keep them as tidy as possible. It's not easy. Okay. And here we have, this is more. This is the Warcry terrain with more endless spells. Okay, you can see I have really some terrain here painted. So here we have all the Warcry terrain, and I try to keep them in the best way that they are not damaged. Okay, I'm thinking to look for smaller boxes for terrain, but yeah, I cannot afford to have foam boxes for all the terrain that I have. Here, this cupboard, I keep even more terrain. I have the Garden of Moor here, maybe my favorite piece of terrain in my collection, and I have the one of Mortal Realms to paint. I have here some miscellaneous debris and craters, and these are the old Necromunda paper buildings or cardboard buildings, together with some, this is completely destroyed, but it's from Morhaime. Okay, some lamps that I will one day I will paint. A bastion. We have more buildings there. Okay, this cardboard buildings, and I have a resin bunker from Forge Wall here. Okay, so this is mainly the part that is ready to play. So now, yeah, this is the last things painted. So I also have the Horus Heresy was born in Prospero and the Horus Heresy Betrayal of Calth. Okay, but from these kits I just paint very little. So I have here the Terminators. I paint them as Dark Angels. Okay, I really like this one. Okay, and the other ones I paint all of them as 1,000 Sons. So I just want to have just 2 factions. I didn't want to go for 4 factions. So this is the Betrayal of Calth, where you have the Terminators. I have here the Chaplain. Okay, and of course the rest is to be painted. You can see again this foam is a tailor-made foam for Betrayal of Calth, and then I have another tailor-made foam. This goes inside of the box. Okay, and then yeah, you have here these are the, I just painted the Custodes, okay, and Ahriman, and I painted as well the Sisters of Silence. Okay, pending to be paint all the Marines that comes in these boxes. So the Space Wolf will be the only one that will be painted as a Space Wolf. So as you can see, again, the tray is ready to be filled. I have even to assemble, so they are still new on a sprue, but you can imagine I have some work to do here. So more or less 70% of my collection is painted, so now we are going to go to the last 30%, and part of this is the Mortal Realms. I just got them during the Christmas when I was in Spain, because my parents were collecting it for me in Spain. And here you have all the terrain. I assembled everything. I have to be careful I don't break this. So I painted what is everything. I assembled everything that is from Mortal Realms. Everything is assembled. Now I just need to find the time to paint it. But here you see all the terrain is here. I planned some of the terrain to make some tests. Okay, so this one I think with a wash will be done. So I will look for very fast techniques. I will not do fancy things on the terrain. I have a lot of terrain to paint, so I cannot afford to be very fancy here. Then I have, of course, the Mortal Realms miniatures that you see here. Okay, so this is part of the Ghost. I assemble here the Mortis engine. Everything have moved when I move in the boxes, so it's a little bit messy, but it's all, yeah. This thing is on sub-assemblies. This guy is also in sub-assemblies. I think I can disassemble them. I did not glue it, so I have here this part of the Nighthound. Here we have another part of the Nighthounds together with part of the Stonecast Eternals. Okay, as you see, the Earth Wraiths are not here because they're in my painting table. And here we have a lot of Stonecast Eternals to be painted. So this is a big bunch of Stonecast Eternals pending to be painted. So this is one of the projects I want to do this year, is try to paint all my Stonecast Eternals. So this will be one of my goals for this year, is to be able to have all my Stonecast Eternals painted. I have more terrain. I just fall in love in the terrain from the Red Harvest, and I purchase second-hand the terrain. I did not want to spend 160 euros on the box, so I just spent about 50 euros to have all the terrain from, not all, because there is part they don't need it because it's repeated from the, I think there were some fences and some that were repeated. I just bought the specific terrain, the new terrain that was coming in the Red Harvest. Very happy with them, assembled and ready to be painted. But my pile of shame is not finishing there. Here I have still some epic miniatures. I have a lot of epic there. Sorry, the light is not good here. I have a lot of epic. The common rack is empty. This one is also empty. No, this is watch. No, sorry, this watch. The Death Watch Overkill. I'm still pending to paint a lot of them. I have painted the Genestealer Cult. I need to paint the Death Watch. What's coming in this box? Here I just have rests. So some of these boxes are not full. I just keep them because I have bits inside. For example, this box is empty. It's done. Here I have a Burning Chariot. This box is also empty. This was a big demon box. Here I have again, this is pending to be painted, and I have miscellaneous miniatures here and there. So I have really, and there I have more Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines. Here some old rhinos, or old Razorback. This is an old Razorback. This one it's just bits. This one is also just bits. Here I have half of this painted of the hexagons. And here I have a lot of Space Marines bits and things to be painted from the Space Marines. So here I have really big work, and you can see more all-style rhinos. I like the all-style rhinos, and I just find a very cheap offer. And this is, yeah, these are Marines to be painted in pieces inside. Okay, so they are still on the sprue. Warcry is painted. All this stuff here is just to keep the books. Everything is painted there. And the all Scream Bell I have is, this was a faulty one that I want to repair. Here I need to paint this one. I want to paint not the Scream Bell, the other one, like the monk thing. And here I have, yeah, just, this is an interesting thing to show. So here I need to paint this. I want to really paint these guys. So these are the old Warhammer Quest plastic miniatures. I know that they are very old, they are not that fancy. Some of them are even maybe damaged because they were not keeping the best way. But this is something that I really want. These are, you can see, I love these guys, the Snorlings. So there are some nice and fancy miniatures to be painted here. And here I have, this is not mine, and this was from my brother, but he just leave it here. Very old Necromunda Goliaths. You can see I've been in this business for a long period of time, and I think on this here, yeah, because the Death Mask is also the it's pending to be painted, the Death Watch. So I have Death Watch pending to be painting. I have there the Fellowship, and this is painted. So this is mainly the things that I have here. You can see I have some games, but this is mainly gaming. Yeah, here another thing that it's pending to be painted, right? So sorry for this shaky camera. So I have here this box. This is the Warhammer Core City. I have here all, let me just show what I wanted to share with you. So this whole Felder is making these organizers for your boxes. Okay, so let me remove this out of here so I can open this. You can see, so I have everything organized here. It's just prime and prepared to be painted. Okay, and you can see that it goes quite, it's very handy. It's quite expensive, or not, it's not cheap. Okay, but you have all the things nicely organized, and I highly recommend this. Okay, you can see all the tokens well organized, all the cards, so you have everything correctly classified, and then you have this elastic thing to keep the close, the case tightly close. Okay, so let me just close this on. We are getting close to the end, but this is what I have around to my painting table. Okay, so still work in progress. Go on this. Okay, here you have some of the X-rays, as well some Stormcast Eternals, and the warband from Warhammer Underworlds. This is what I have planned to do sooner. So this is still work in progress. So just the X-rays is painted, and yeah, this is what I want to do next. Here we have the, what's called this, the Shadow Spear Chaos part, and there we have some. Yeah, we have here the new Warthmith and the Dracoth Guard. So as semi-painted terrain, this needs to do some shading and so on. We have all this terrain from the Sector Mechanicum. This was from the what was called, not Shadow Spear. What's the other one? The one that was just before Necromunda, that was based on the Necromunda 2nd edition rules. So this was the terrain that was coming in. It's very nice terrain. So I really like this terrain. Shadow Spear Marines still on sprue, waiting to be assembled and painted. So the Indomitus box is everything assembled. So, but now we need to start painting it. Okay. And I have a lot of Space Marines pending. Thing is, the army that have more miniatures pending to be painted is the Space Marines, because I have the Indomitus, I have the Shadow Seer, and I have the previous box as well. The Speed Freaks still on the sprue. Yeah, here I did not put too much effort, to be fair, because nobody's playing Speed Freaks, and yeah, I just Orcs is not one of my armies, but I really want to assemble it because there is some really nice miniatures here, and I really like the Orcs as a miniature. So, but not to do an army, to be fair. I also have the Dominion here, the Orcs. I paint one unit, and yeah, I have. This is one of my objectives is just to remove all the Dominion. I also, you can see, I have Dominion and also the Soul Wars miniatures here. Okay, so I have the 2 editions of Stormcast pending to be painted. I painted the gates, so it's almost finished. I'm only missing 2 gates from the how this was called, the catacombs, and here I have a forge fin that I assembled and also needs to be painted. And just to finalize, there I have a lot of Space Marines and Death Watch that is waiting to be painted. Here I have, here I don't know what to do with this. I think I will do a giveaway at the end. I have another Lady Oleander that I don't need, and another Celestian Prime from the Mortal Realms. So, and then I have here some of these guys. I think it's something that I really like it. And on the first one here, it's, yeah, I'm glad because it used to be full of miniatures, this one. So now I managed to start cleaning up this one, but I have here a lot of Liberators, and there I have more. This is, let me show closer. Okay, here we have some of the Death Guard. These are Death Guard miniatures. Okay, and the only Tyranids I have. Okay, so this was I did a tutorial on this guy. It's not finished, but if I do Tyranids, well, I will just do these Ormagans. I just received it as a present, and I wanted to give some paint job on them. And finally, something that is very curious to see, I have this thing. This is a Plague Lord Nurglit. Is a guy that goes on top of a gigantic rat. I was like it, and I know I did not put too much attention because I don't know what to do with this guy. This does not have rules anymore. I will do the close-up of my video showing my work in progress on Kvotnis. It's taking me a lot of time to paint this guy, to be fair. It's been now for 2 weeks I'm working on this guy. It's really an awesome miniature. I had the one that have a full T gap, I have a miss injection, but okay, I can solve it. Somewhere here there was a hole. I just managed to do some green stuff and simulate that with painting and green stuff. But yeah, as you can see, a big collection. About 70% of my collection is painted, but I still have 30% that is about more than 1,000 miniatures pending to be painted. So I hope you have enjoyed this go through my painted and pile of shame collection, and please let me know what do you think. Give a like if you have liked this video. Sorry it has been a little bit long, but yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and see you later. Bye.